All right, today's video is going to kind of be an update. I'm going to finish these baseboards, but this is going to be an update video on this project that I've worked on for the last 2 years, which is kind of this kitchen project and this living room project. And it kind of started right here, so I figured it'd be kind of appropriate that it started right here. So as I do these baseboards and finish up just the final touches, I'm going to kind of walk you through what it's taken to get here. But first things first, I got the paint sprayer out, got everything set up. I'm gonna hit these baseboards in this door, and then we'll get started. I'll start walking you through what we're finishing, what this project looked like before and after. So hope you enjoy. All right, well, I had to go to the store, get some more paint. Now I can finish this thing. So very happy with the way that first 1.5 gallons went. Looks really good. I went and got 4 more gallons. Hopefully that will be enough to finish this. I think it will be. They did not have it in 5 gallons, unfortunately. I don't really know a lot about black paint, but it's a special base that you need to get it to be really black. And it's called like a neutral base, and they just didn't have it in 5-gallon buckets at Menards. So I had to buy it in 1 gallon. So I kind of tried to guess what I thought I was going to need. I'm going to need a lot more for the garage project, which I'm going to try to do soon. Spray the attic exactly like this. But I'll just go back to I think I got this originally at Sherwin-Williams. So I'll just go back to Sherwin-Williams, and I'm sure I can get the same stuff. I like how it's applying. It looks nice. So that's 2 more gallons. I'm going to spray it. So I've done 1, 2 rafters. I'll spray another 2 gallons. Hopefully I can get over more than 3/4 of the way, knowing that the last 2 gallons will take care of the rest of it. So still very windy out here. Didn't seem to affect me too bad on the first go around, but I don't know. It's just kind of frustrating blowing the plastic around. But it is what it is, so get back to spraying. All right, whew. That's tiring. My arm's about to fall off. So this side's pretty much done. I got all the rails done. I just got to get up in there. This side more than that side. Finish up. I got to go get 1 more gallon of paint out of my truck because I'm almost gone. So that's total. This has probably taken 3 gallons so far. So total, it's going to take 4. And then that's fine. It's going to look good. I don't really think I need to double coat. I'll just come back and hit touch-ups what I don't like, but it's covering really well. At the very end, I'll kind of get you in here and kind of show you up in here. In fact, actually, I probably could do that right now. Let me show you some areas with a little before and afters. See if this will show up on camera. So there you can see the before. And then when you get over here and look this direction, as I come down here, there's a few spots I missed, but this area down here is really covered well. So that corner right there is all done. So I just got to get up in here. All these rails are done. But as it dries, it really looks good. It's crazy how a black ceiling just disappears. When you have an attic, just rafters like that, but then you paint them black. I really like that look. It's such a cool look. So the other thing I got to do with this little building, that'll happen here soon, is I got to get some power out here. It's only 30 feet to the house, so I'll just trench a line, bring 1 line out here, and it doesn't need a lot of power. Do a few little lights and maybe a fan, just so I can have a switch out here and turn it on and off. Right now, when we want to have lights, I had them hanging and I just plugged them in, which is just running extension cords, which is a pain. So I'll bury a line, do that someday. But I wanted to get this at least sealed up so the weather's not beating up on it anymore, and just honestly, it just looks better. So, all right, go get 1 more gallon, spray this last on, and then call this one done. So. All right, that's it. I gotta wait for that bench to dry so I can spray the top of it. I need to rebuild the legs on it, but just wanted to spray it the way it is. So I still need to come back and cut this in. I didn't want to spray that because it was going to involve a lot of taping off. So I figured I would just do that by hand. Still deciding whether I'll tape it later. It's too windy today anyways. I couldn't get the plaster to stay on there if I tried. But went over it really well. Tried to find anything. You know, I painted the post all the way down to the ground. I'm going to wrap these posts, I think, for the first couple feet, either in stone or something. I think it'll look a lot better. And if it just looks beefier at the base. They're just skinny all the way down. I don't like the look. So let me know your thoughts on that. I'm thinking like a stone pillar, or I'll just do a faux box around it and wrap it in like a fake stone or something simple. But I think these posts need something around them to make this structure look good. Overall though, I mean, I'm definitely happy with the look of this now that I've got the new roof on it. So it's got the metal roof, the white siding, you know, get it from the edge here. You know, this is a nice looking building now, and it should last many and many years now that it's all weather tight again. So yeah, I think the last thing I need to do though is cut in the ends and then wrap these posts someday, and it'll look really good. But really happy with the way that came out. So still got the baseboard sitting over here. Gonna move back to that. I got to clean up this paint gun, and then we're gonna move this whole operation inside. Finish up the day doing baseboards and doing that kind of stuff. This little project here kind of just, I was not really thinking of doing it today, but I got the paint sprayer out and was like, you know what, let's just do it. So kind of happy I did. It didn't take very long. And it kind of gives me a little bit of an idea of what that garage is going to look like. And I really think that garage is going to be cool when I do this, because I'm doing basically the same thing. I'm going to spray it black like this, same paint, same everything. And so, yeah. All right, well, clean up this, and then I'm going to get back to moving inside on the baseboards. All right, that door's done. Baseboard time. Do not like these orange hoses. My good hose broke last week. Now I'm dealing with this piece of junk, orange one. Let that dry. Still deciding whether I'm going to put quarter round down here. I've got a few spots that either need to be grouted back in or put quarter round down. And I just don't know what I want to do yet. So we'll let all that dry and then paint over the little spots. But all in all, that's going to be nice. So just keep going around the room, do this section next, and just keep moving. So I got to do that corner at 45s. That's the line to the wall. So. Get a razor blade, cut that little piece. So this other corner, I'll show you kind of how I'm going to do them. So this will be the inside, or the outside corner is this. Ooh, that is not square at all. Ooh, wow. Huh. All right. Step one, make sure your saw is square. Oh, it's moving. Okay. I'm like, my first one's square. My second one, it was moving. Okay, not a big deal. Just tighten it down. I think I can actually recut that one. It moved to the outside, I think. That one's square. This one moved, but you can see that it actually got bigger. So luckily, I got lucky and it opened up instead of closed up. I probably should have checked my saw and made sure it's square. It actually doesn't even look, it still doesn't look square. I need to go get it square because these are going to be important. I need to go get my square and check all this, check the blade and everything. Yeah, it's definitely not at a 45. It's off by just a touch. So, all right, I'm going to go get my square this up and do it again. All right, so I should have done this at the beginning, but it's all right, I'll do it now. So first thing is pull this down and square this up. So well, that's got to go that way. I'll need to put you guys on this side to see this. Oh. So this saw has this bump stop here, which is supposed to put you back at 45, and obviously it's moved over time. So I'm gonna have to go get a wrench and adjust that. So let me move this. I'll go get a wrench. All right, so I need to, oh wow, yeah, it's loose. That's really loose, okay. This nut, I have not used this in a long time. This nut's supposed to be at the top. This is what holds it from moving. And I need to go in a couple. So put this back. One or two more turns. Another half turn there. Oh wait, that's going in. Oh yeah, that's starting to get better. Okay, so here's what I'm looking for this direction. We've never done this before. So when I bring this down, obviously the saw can go that way, but when it goes this way, it should stop. And this should be perfectly square that way. So before it was kind of like that, but now I can bump up flat on the bottom, bump the saw. Actually, I could go another, just a fraction. And I would be happier with that. Oh, that's more tight. So, and once you get that, let me come back over here, and I need to just tighten this nut here without the bottom one moving. So I need to hold this need to hold that one. And then I need to tighten this one. That. Boom. So I don't think I've adjusted that in a while. Maybe I just have made 45 angle cuts in a while, but that should be better. Let's see if I can fix these two boards that I've got without ruining them. Okay, I'm just going to take just a hair off this. I'm going to have to go in and check this because I ended up taking about another quarter off the top, which means if you can see my mark, there's where the back of the board should be. Can you see that? There's the back of the board. And now the back of the board is here. So I'm a 1/4 inch off, which is probably going to be too much of a gap that's going to open up. So I'll probably have to remake this, but walk inside and check it. Same thing with this one, I think. Actually, no, this one's the other direction. I think this one might be okay. Because again, it was getting wider with each cut, which would make sense. Only one of these would be really bad. No power? Oh. Tie my cord off. There we go. Yeah, this one's still bad, I can tell, but I think this one will clean up easy. So what I did was basically put this together like that, which is square. Put a square in here like this. And as long as all that's square and it's a nice good edge across the front, that's as good as I can be. Now the walls might not be straight, but at least my cuts are square. I'm going to assume that the walls are all good. I mean, with baseboard like this, I'm not going to take specific measurements on each one unless I get a really bad one. I'm going to assume that the walls are pretty good. And if I get one really bad one, then I can take a measurement on it and change the angle a little bit. But this is good enough for now. So I just need to take these back inside, see if I need to redo that first one, see if I lost too much. End up going here. And that one's fine. But this one, let's see what this is going to look like. Yeah, that's going to have to get redone. So when it's touching up front, I get a big gap back there. So I'll just have to redo that one. Not a big deal. I'll be able to use that somewhere else. Actually, I'll probably just cut it for that right there. So go get a longer piece, remake this. And then on this piece here, I've got to cut a 45 here because I want that to wrap. And that'll make more sense. But I'm going to cut this at a 45 and then cut another piece where this top edge will actually wrap down because this is an ender. I'm not going to go around the corner. That's how I'm going to do my ending points on here. Okay, maybe another piece. Recut this. Got that recut. I also got these cut. So the way that this works, so this is the top edge here, same as this edge. And cut this, and that'll end up fitting like that. And then I'll just have to fill in and sand that. So this will end up going like this. And that just gives this edge over here a better look than just flat, you know, because that's wood is rounded. So the only thing it means is, I mean, I'd like to glue this together. Maybe I should. Ideally, I would nail or glue this together. Fit it together first so that it gets a really good edge. I think I'm going to do that. I think I got some wood glue somewhere. Or just some Elmer's or something. It'll do a lot better if I glue it. Because when I put it on the wall here, I just noticed that I don't think it's going to want to sit the same. Actually, I guess it depends on. No, this front edge is, I'm fighting this front edge. I'm going to fight this front edge to get this to square up. That's going to have to be like that. So yeah, I really want to, I think I'm going to want to glue these together and make them one and then nail them up tomorrow. Because this front edge is going to have to rise up a little bit. Sometimes when these front edges, or to get these 45s to work, you got to have to raise them up just a touch. Because if they change angles at all, it doesn't work, you know. And so these are really, really close, but I'm going to have to just raise it just a touch to get it to be like that. And so then that means this back here is going to have to be off the ground a little bit. And so I'd rather that be all in one. So, all right, I'll go get some glue. I'm going to do that same thing over here on this backside behind me. And I'll just nail that up tomorrow. Instead of doing it now, I'll just glue all this up and let it sit overnight. Nail it first thing in the morning. That'll do better. Shoot, I probably could even sand that a little bit and get it to be perfect before I even put it on the wall. Okay, move my attention over to this side. I'm sure this side's gonna be the same way, but I'll cut that long one. I already got this one, little one cut. I'm ready to go. But I'll cut the long one and then go try to find some glue. All right, well, keep bouncing back and forth today, doing 2 projects. That's kind of how it works out. But this paint's now dry and got all the stuff cleaned up. Now I just want to kind of power wash the table off and the other stuff. And I don't know, maybe I can even sit out here and eat dinner. It's beautiful out here right now. So sun's going down. Try to get some more stuff out here done before it gets too dark out here. All right, that's much better. Just a quick rinse. I didn't really hit there's a bunch of algae and stuff on this concrete. I could really power wash it off and seal it and do all kind of things to it, but that's for another day. For right now, I just want to get the dirt off of it and make it so if I do eat out here, it's not disgusting. All right, let's power wash our way and call this one complete. All right, so finished up the family room yesterday. I'm gonna work on these baseboards here in the kitchen. There's only 4 pieces. 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here, and then there's 1 over there. So it should go pretty quick. But I'm gonna finish this up and then we'll get the paint out, kind of do a touch-up paint. And then I think the trim work in here will basically be done at that point. So put this on time lapse again and do these 3 real quick and then move over there. So this is the garage that's on the house. And what the plan with this is, we're gonna keep this side as a garage so you can pull a car in. But from here, this way, we're gonna make a workout room, kind of like to this area. I might actually end up going all the way with this flooring. But I got rubberized flooring. I've used this at my house before. It's really great stuff for working out on. So I'm gonna lay this down and then ultimately I'll have to put some baseboards in here. We'll come back and do that later, paint the walls, fix the ceiling kind of thing. But for right now, I just want to get the floor down. Figured this would be kind of neat to see it go down like a puzzle. So put it on some time lapse and you'll see me lay this down. It only takes a few minutes. All right, guys. Well, I decided to go 1 more tile this way and probably at least 1, maybe 2 more tiles that way. So I'm short by a lot now because I'm going to make it about 30% bigger than what it currently is. I just didn't think I was going to have this much space. It was hard to judge when I was buying it. I want to still be able to pull a car in here. And so I should be able to still do that even with I got a refrigerator over here and whatnot. So I should still be able to make that happen, but I want to make this space as big as possible So if I put like a Smith machine, and obviously I'm going to put a treadmill and some other stuff in here, that I have plenty of room, because that's what this space is going to be. This half of the garage is only going to be workout room. So I might as well take advantage of the entire half. So I'll get some more, finish it up, then start putting baseboards down, and that'll kind of be on the next video. But this video is getting kind of long, and it's been just a whole heap of different things. So I'm going to wrap this up and end with this, and then I'll come back on the next one. All right, again, my name is Doug, and I will see you on the next one. Remember, never stop moving. See ya.